Hello everybody and welcome to Drawing with Waffles. Today we are going to be drawing Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Every time I see the trailer for the new movie with Maleficent, I'm not like super excited for the movie, but it makes me want to go back and watch Sleeping Beauty again because Maleficent's probably one of the cooler villains like in Disney movies, and Aurora's probably my #1 pick for prettiest Disney princesses. So, I don't know, it just makes me want to go back and watch Sleeping Beauty. I mean, I guess that's not what the trailer's supposed to do. The trailer's supposed to make you want to watch the movie, but the movie kind of, I don't know. I'll see it, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too high for it. But, I don't know. I'm just expecting another, like, Snoid and the Huntsman kind of movie. Like, the movie was okay. I'm not going to see it a million times. But, you know, I had to see it the first time to see what it was all about. Not to mention, you know, Chris Hemsworth. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if you noticed it, but there was a little jump with extra sketchies because I had to go back and look at my reference. So that's why the sketch kind of changed a little bit. And I wanted to do that before I started my second sketch layer because then my second sketch layer would have been all messed up too. So I had to do it before that. And then for her horns. Like I noticed in the Maleficent trailer, Maleficent has horns, and then that's not just like a headdress, it's more like a hat that fits over her horns. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I just assumed it was a headdress with crazy pokey things. I don't know. If you've ever perused my YouTube channel, you'll notice that there aren't a whole lot of animal drawings. It's because there's a reason for that. Animals are not my forte. But that being said, I really wanted to draw Maleficent's raven. I don't remember her raven ever having a name, but I googled it just to make sure, and apparently his name's Diablo. Like, seriously? I had no idea. Thank you, internet. So in choosing to draw Diablo, I also chose to push myself to actually draw an animal, because the only way to get better at something, or to actually learn how to do something, is by doing that something. He didn't turn out perfect, but I mean, you can still tell that he's a crow, and you could tell, well, he's not a crow, he's a raven. Why do you think he's a crow? Maleficent wouldn't stoop to the level of having a crow. She's got a flippin' raven, okay? I think I'd be able to remember that. Just doing the line art for her hand, and her massive mood ring thing that she wears. Crazy large ring. And I noticed that's on her left hand, so I was wondering, does that mean she's married? Huh? Does it? I don't know. Oh, and if anyone noticed that for sketching, I use sort of like a chalky brush, but for line art, I use a much smoother brush. Well, if you're wondering what brush I use, I just use the hard round pressure size default Photoshop brush. Like, if you open the brush selections in Photoshop, there's like, you'd see 3 big round circle brushes, like are the first 6. There's like 3 that are perfect circles. I use the one right in the middle. That second one. That's the one I used to use it for sketching and everything, and I do still do that sometimes. It's just sometimes I like to use a more gritty brush for sketching so that I don't focus too much on the details and more focus on the shape and the balance of the picture. I think it helps me with that. But for everything else, line art and coloring, I use the hard round pressure size brush. Stupid name, but that's the brush I use. Oh, and here coming up, you will notice that I'm going to struggle with the wing of Diablo because, frankly, wings are difficult. I don't even care if you're good at drawing birds. Wings are probably the most difficult part of drawing birds, and I'm sure you can admit to that. But yeah, since I don't draw birds very often, it was quite a struggle. And when I looked up birds, the tail feather is supposed to be in a certain spot, but it didn't look right when it was there, so I had to like make it up and, I don't know, should I say, wing it? I got a little carried away when I was just sort of sketching out my color key so that I'd know what colors to put where. And honestly, I kind of really like the way that turned out. It's like really sketchy and like big and blotchy. And I really like that about it. And like Maleficent looks really cool up there in the top right corner. And I'm like, man, maybe I should just like quit this whole trying to draw a nice thing and just blotch the stuff everywhere because I don't know, I really like that she looks so cool. Dang. It kind of like makes me wonder, like, wow, when I spend like a lot of time on something, it looks kind of dumb. And then when I just like throw something out there, I like the way it looks. And it kind of makes you question yourself as an artist. And it's just like, what am I doing with my life? Oh, and as you can see, I colored her eyes yellow. Because apparently her eyes are like really yellow in the movie. Because I was looking at screenshots and I'm like, whoa, no wonder you're so creepy. You need to like bleach your eyeballs or something. Ew, that would hurt so bad. But I do have to admit, the yellow eyes look really cool with the green skin and the purple and the black and everything. It all like comes together and looks honestly quite fantastic. Makes you forget how kind of creepy it would be if like in real life people had those yellow eyes. Like, if you could tell someone was a villain in real life because their eyes were yellow, can you imagine? It'd be kind of useful. It's like their evilness taints the pureness of their body and dyes their eyes yellow. It could happen. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me draw Maleficent. I know I really enjoyed drawing her because I don't draw villains very often and it's actually kind of fun. So maybe I'll be putting some more effort towards drawing villains because, I don't know, I've never drawn villains before and it's exciting. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe if you want to see more drawings, and hit the like button if you want to see me draw more super villains or villains, or Disney villains. I guess they're all kind of different. Anyway, I hope you all have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!